You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Why do you gotta take it there?
Retake. This isn't gonna work.
We're not talking about any integrity.
We are trying to exploit a generation.
Did I ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy.
You guys played footsie under the table.
Well, yes, that's irrelevant. I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here. It tastes like an antacid tablet. Why are there so many Draculas everywhere? No, there's vampires everywhere.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 215. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-host...
Adam Ham.
And my other co-host...
Matt Hag.
Matt Hearthstone Hag.
Yeah,
Matt.
co-host might be pushing it a little too far. We'll see. We'll see how this goes on.
Co-Hearthstoner.
Well, see, I expected this to start recording like 2 hours from now. So
Yeah, I'm sorry. I pushed timelines up, but I'm going to now with Matt stepping in a bit. I'm gonna put up a chat, right? Like a Facebook chat. Is that a service that everyone can use? Can I get a round table, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay. We got one yay. Matt.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just do a 3-person chat for Facebook. I'll call it Byte Chat. Byte Chat.
Alright.
Yep, 2016. So that will be how we can schedule in the future.
Well, I'm glad we did this after the intro.
Yeah, is this the show right now?
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 215. No, it is the show. That's how the show is. Now we have a new person joining us on this episode, and probably episodes in the future if he doesn't completely...
Yeah, until I get bored.
Yeah, exactly. I never get bored, and I never get bored of talking, so it all works out. So I've always kind of shown how the sausage is made with this show. I always like having it real, not a lot of editing. It's kind of the Byte motto, which is the easy way of saying I'm lazy as shit when it comes to editing, so I don't want to like cut out uhs and ers and silence. I do it, but I don't cut all of it out because, you know, it doesn't sound like a real conversation then. Thoughts? I hate it when podcasts are over-edited. What about you guys?
I like it real.
I like it real.
I listen to everything on 2x speed now, so it really punches up the timing anyway.
Oh my. That's interesting. Is that just so you can get more done? Get more in?
I listen to like 8 hours a day on 2x, and then when I get home, I continue.
So you work a job
on like normal speed,
in which you can listen to podcasts all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice.
Just moving on up.
I can do that too in my job, depending on what I'm doing. Like today, I didn't listen to a lot of podcasting. I had a Google Play 80s sing-along tunes playlist playing because I had to think.
Yeah.
So I can't listen to podcasts while I have to do like actual like problem-solving thought.
I can't listen to podcasts really at all. I have to take phone calls a lot, so.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
because
it is.
podcasts are great, huh?
They're great.
So so now that we have assembled, much like the Avengers, we have assembled, and we're going to talk about what's been going on this week. And I want to talk about the sound quality in this episode a little bit. So this is the first time we've been three-waying it.
Speak for yourself.
Well, first time all three of us have been together in a three-way.
Yeah, I guess you weren't at the last one.
Yeah, not that Adam and I weren't propositioned for a four-way.
Oh yeah.
At a Burger King.
Yeah.
That was a weird situation.
Which, I mean, even if you're down for that, like, Burger King?
Yeah, that's not the place to do that meetup.
No, that's still skeevy. It wasn't even like a meetup. I was just like a random, hey, this hamburger's great. Want to have sex with me and my boyfriend?
Yep. That was a weird situation.
I'll pass. Got plans.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I think we actually, were we going to play D&D?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we're on our way there, so.
Going to encounters, yeah.
Men counters.
Almost.
That's what I would always call it. Oh my god, I just pulled out my headset.
It almost became a real encounter.
Yes. Yeah, so that's our lives. So I want to talk about the audio quality vis-a-vis the quiet droning noise you hear in the background. My air conditioning is not working. So I got home today, and my thermostat said 80 degrees in my apartment. So
Holy crap.
yeah, well, I live on a second floor, so it stays warm, and I have a lot of windows facing south, so a lot of sun gets in, which is bad. Southeast, to be completely accurate. So a lot of the sun in the morning gets in. It heats up the apartment quite well, so it's very hot in here. Yeah, so I got a service request in, so we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. Hopefully they can take care of it tomorrow, and I don't have to spend the whole weekend.
Kind of funny. Mine did the same thing last week, where I had to call my landlord and stuff, and I guess he called somebody over, and basically there was just some kind of kill switch on it when it like overheats or something like that. He showed me where it's at, but like I guess he had to like push a button and it started working again.
Oh wow!
But,
really?
Yeah. He had to like take off a panel like on the side of the air conditioner to like hit it, because it automatically, if it gets too hot, it'll just like shut down, so it doesn't burn out.
I had that same. Well, I opened up my door, my utility closet door in my apartment that's in the bedroom, and I could see the whole machination is in this like closet. It's a closet that's just basically filled with a giant machine that is the heating and cooling system. And I could hear it humming away, and there's just a switch on the wall, like a light switch, that's like got red around it, and I didn't want to touch it, but it looked important. So I was afraid to kill everything, and like...
Unlabeled?
Not labeled, so...
Oh, okay.
Clearly for the people that ran the thing. But I don't know. I'm sure it'll be easy for them to figure out. I mean, it's just probably either a vent's clogged up, we can't get enough air in. Or
filter needs to be replaced or something.
Anything. I'm sure it'll take a little bit. So hopefully they'll get to it tomorrow. My faucet stopped working as well over the weekend.
Damn.
In the kitchen. Yeah, but okay, so I want to tell you how great Sauk Creek Apartments is, because I was lazy. It still worked, but the pressure was gone, basically.
Yeah.
It was just like a slow pour of water. It'd still go hot and cold. Still functional as a sink, but not for filling up a water for like coffee or anything very well. So, put in a service request, I think Wednesday morning, and today I come home and there is a brand new tap that's like fancy.
Wow.
It's like got one of those. It's got like a bendy, like you could pull down the thing and then hit a button and it does a spray.
Oh, those are nice.
It is fucking awesome looking. It is so fancy looking. So I'm very excited about it, and so that's awesome. It was an upgrade, so hopefully the AC can get fixed quickly tomorrow.
To start breaking everything.
Yeah, right? Yeah, because I know that they're remodeling the apartments in this complex, because they asked us if we wanted to remodel, since it was going to be like a month. The people are going to be moved out for a month, and we were going to move in on like August 1st, but like our old lease didn't end until August 31st, so there was like a month overlap. And they're like, well, if you guys aren't going to be living in here, we could just redo the kitchen for you. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. And they're like, yeah, it'll be $125 more a month then for your rent. And I was like, no,
nope,
not at all. It's already 100 times nicer than our old one. So yeah, but that means I think if I break stuff, they'll replace it with the new stuff that they've been buying.
Oh, so, you should just break everything.
I know. I'm just gonna throw 5 pounds of potting soil in my dishwasher. Let that run for a bit. The sink already got replaced. The fridge, I guess I could leave the doors open a little bit and maybe burn out the motor. I wouldn't do that though, because my apartment's actually pretty nice to begin with.
Yeah.
And I would feel bad because they're being good people. Yeah. So anyway, quick fix. I was excited. That's not what would have happened at my old place.
Speaking of remodeling, I'm getting a new tub. Or I kind of have already got a new tub.
Oh wow, your tub was really bad.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
And apparently there was like some leakage going on through it, because it had like tile and metal. It was super old.
Yeah.
There was like leakage going through the tile, and it was like rotting boards beneath it and stuff.
Oh no,
that's no good.
Yeah, the landlord, I guess, saw it last time he came by to check on something else that we had going on. But so he just like over the yesterday and today, and I think they're doing like a final like coat of paint or something tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got a new tub, and it is nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Wow, I love getting free upgrades. That's
it's so good.
One of the bonuses of being a renter instead of an owner.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about all the costs. You just get the joys. Okay, so that's what's going on in my life. Adam?
I haven't been up to too much. I've gotten...
Adam's been watching Game of Thrones. That's
Yes.
that's the answer to the question we posed last week. Of what Adam was doing was watching Game of Thrones.
Yes, hypothetically.
Yep. I don't know what that means. I don't know if the listeners have figured that out yet. But
Really?
so you want? Well, maybe they're dumb. They're not. They're not dumb. You guys are smart.
No, they're the smartest people in the world.
Yeah.
Yes, they
I
are.
love you guys.
If they're going to listen to us, they have to be smart.
Yeah, I watched the new season premiere and stuff,
Yep.
which is awesome.
Some of that old lady vag.
That wasn't what I was referring to when I said awesome, but yeah, sure. There's that too.
There's a part of it with a very, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess that must have been a costume,
I would think so.
or did they just get like a 95-year-old woman to come in for that?
I think it was the same person.
She was like, "I'm 95. Oh, fuck it. I'll
God,
take
yeah.
off my underwear."
Dude, when I'm 95, I'll show as much wang as you want for cash. Like,
It's fair
come
enough.
on.
You're right.
I'm not gonna care at that point. Like,
This
what
is
the fuck?
this is my kids' Wang money.
Yeah, exactly.
My grandkids' college fund Wang money.
Uh-huh.
That's an episode title. All right.
College fund wang money.
Yep, college fund Wang money. Also, the name of a band.
Yeah. So I watched that, and also we're getting my brother into it, so we're rewatching old ones.
Ah, I see. He's never
is
been.
Yeah, yeah.
Has your brother read a book?
He has read a book.
Okay.
I don't know if he's read. Definitely hasn't read the books.
Okay.
Just a book. At
Yeah,
some
he's
point
read.
in
He's
their
read
life.
a book somewhere.
He's
I don't
got,
think he's read.
Yeah, he's got Encyclopedia Brown, Boxcar Children. He's got them all down.
Oh, yeah. Hey, don't be dissing the boxcar children. Man.
I know. I was way into them when I was a kid.
I read a few too. But
would-
yeah, I was watching Game of Thrones with some aid of substances
Okay.
of a weedular
Okay.
variety.
Yep. We got it.
Of a medicinal variety.
Hypothetically.
Moving on.
Yeah, it was really really enjoyable.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah,
So,
it's like just watching stuff and catching up, showing my boyfriend FLCL for the first time.
furikuri, as it is called.
Yes. Exactly.
Adam, what does that stand for in Japanese? What does that furikuri mean?
I think it means second base.
Yes, it does.
Uh,
Fooling around would be a way to call it.
yes. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you don't know Fooly Cooley, haven't seen it, watch it. It's amazing. It's great.
Yeah, it's an anime with probably my favorite band. One of my favorite bands did the
Yeah.
soundtrack for it. The Pillows, the Japanese
Pillows.
rock band. A Japanese Weezer, I would say, would be probably the
Oh,
closest
nice.
way to describe. They're like kind of like surf rock a little bit, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
I like the way like some of their. A lot of it sounds kind of like dirty.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
like-
how. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, kind of a basement garage band a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's awesome. But that's such a great show by I think it's IG, right? That does it. There's a guy
Yeah.
Here comes the
Well,
clickety clacks.
I watched it on the Funimation
Clickety-click.
thing, so it might be actually Funimation.
Oh yeah, but they may have distributed it. But what was the animation studio? Oh
probably-
no, okay.
I,
Gynex Production IG
Gynex,
for sure.
okay.
I was totally right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remembered it.
it's it's one of those really crazy out there ones. It's hilarious too, though. So
Yeah. They did
good
Attack on
action.
Titan too, didn't they?
they do a lot of cool
Recently,
stuff. They do a
yeah,
lot of
that-
like psychological, like thriller type stuff and
Yep.
craziness type stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Ghost in the Shell. They've done a couple of those movies. They did Standalone Complex as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're a great anime studio. This is a great show. It's about. Let me give that. So people may have not seen this, but you should, because why are you watching it now, Adam?
Because there are new seasons coming out. Like
That is right.
Yeah.
12 more episodes.
Right, 2 more seasons.
Yep, 2 more. It's Japan, so season is 6 episodes.
Right.
Because that's how they roll. No, but the plot of it is, I guess it's a kind of a coming of age a little bit. Naota, 12-year-old.
Yeah, it's about basically puberty.
Yeah, he gets hit by a Vespa being ridden by some lady, and she gives him CPR and then hits him on the head with her blue vintage Rickenbacker 4001 left-handed electric bass guitar, which is a badass guitar that she has. And the blow in his head creates a portal in which giant robots come out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seems
Among other
reasonable.
things.
Yeah, and basically you kind of find out through the story that she kind of picked him because he could make a portal in his head, and she wants someone to come out of that portal that she's looking for, the Pirate King.
Adamsk.
So anyway, she's trying to get that out, and then, he kind of likes her because she's this hot lady hanging around, and he's got this girlfriend that's kind of a pyromaniac that may be doing a lot of arson. But the girlfriend is like her brother's girlfriend, but he's a baseball player and moved away. It's really weird. It's about kind of being in middle school, which is Japan anime in a nutshell. Being in middle school. But the show is gorgeously animated, and the music is so fucking good.
Yeah.
I have it all. So yeah, awesome. I'm excited for it to come back.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wasn't familiar with it, so we were watching that too.
All right.
Among some other things, yeah.
What else you been up to?
I discovered a interesting show on HBO called Animals.
Okay, I've seen this advertised to my eyeballs.
It is. Sometimes there's a couple episodes that aren't that great.
I've heard it's hit or miss. Yeah,
it is. It's hit or miss.
Like the really good stuff's really funny.
Yes, the really good stuff is hilarious. There's an episode, the one on cats.
Okay.
Is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just takes animals and like their everyday life, and it's kind of one of those. It's almost like one of those kind
right?
of. It is animated, yeah. It's a cartoon. It's really roughly animated.
Yeah, Dr. Katz kind of like real low key.
Yeah, or stuff like that.
Yeah, the HBO's done a few of these animated shows.
Really like kind of hand drawn, terribly drawn.
Yep.
Shows.
Hand drawn by you or me, kind of.
It's kind of amazing though because most of the episodes, I think you'll have a couple like guest stars and stuff, but are voiced by like 2 guys, Mike and Phil, and all the characters. There's a Mike and Phil in every episode, even though they switch animals and stuff like that. It's like one episode's like on cats, another one's on rats, another one's on squirrels, stuff like that, and they have like other interspersed like B plots and stuff with other animals too. But it's pretty hilarious most of the time. And the one on cats is amazing because like a stray cat comes into this place with 2 house cats, or like a pretty rich house cats.
Yeah.
And they are really weird. It's amazing.
All right.
I would recommend it, although be prepared for some stuff to fall flat.
Yeah. It's not all gold.
Mm-hmm. Not all gold.
Not all gold.
Just like Jurassic World.
Ah! Yes! I saw this and my eyes lit up because I think Matt and I disagree about this film.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know where you stand. Did we talk about this when it came out last year?
You didn't like it at all, right?
I wouldn't say I went that far. I would say that I was disappointed in the direction that they decided to take the movie. I think the analogy I came up with to describe it was, it's like Jaws is to Jurassic Park as this movie is to Sharknado.
No,
they went for
not even close.
They went for like a stupid thing, which is fine and fun to watch, but like it wasn't. I mean, the fuck. The dinosaurs talk to each other in dino language.
Yeah.
They ride along with motorcycles. It was too far for me. I couldn't handle it.
I was okay with most of it.
Yeah.
But there was some
loved
stuff
it.
that really annoyed me.
You have a higher tolerance for cheese, I think, Matt, than I do.
I do
Oh
too.
yeah, especially if like I was expecting that going into it.
I see. I was not. So,
Yeah.
I was just hoping it would be better than Jurassic Park 3.
and it was for sure. It was. My God, that movie was bad.
I don't think I ever even saw that one.
Well, don't.
You're not missing much.
The cycle.
Actually, there's a 3 and a 4, weren't there, before this one?
Oh, I don't think there's a 4.
No.
Adam, I think the 4 that you saw was a bootleg that somebody made. If you saw it at all.
There was definitely a 3. I thought there was another one. Wasn't there some kind of Jurassic thing?
There was
between?
Jurassic Pork, the porn parody.
I don't think that's what I was referring to. But,
Let me check my sources.
yeah, let me check my sources on it. I don't think so. But yeah, I actually enjoyed most of it. But
I enjoyed seeing it in the theater.
Yeah.
It's fine. I wanted it to be like the movie I saw when I was like 10, and I loved it.
And if you were 10 right now, this would be that movie, though.
I don't think so,
I think it would be.
because
Maybe.
Jurassic Park holds up as an incredible film.
The older brother in that movie is the worst.
Yeah,
That is true.
He looks blank all the time, and he never has any emotion in anything.
I mean, have you
he
ever
says.
met like a 14-year-old? That's kind of how they are.
I guess, but like, I don't know. He just seemed like
We're in the Dino movie, guy. Let's get to it, huh?
I mean,
Like,
even after shit started happening, he was
Yeah.
just like, I guess, like,
yeah.
I might be murdered, maybe.
I feel like if I was in Dino Land like that, I would be losing my mind, even if I
know,
was
right?
14. But,
And like the younger kid was mostly okay, but also just like weird stuff, like when Chris Pratt like suddenly like she kisses him or he kisses her, or some like when their love thing
Yeah.
happens, it
Yeah.
was so like oh that's where they're going. Like I
Yeah,
did
that
not,
was
like,
super unnecessary.
one of my
it was out
favorite
of
parts
nowhere.
the entire movie is when she goes out to his like fucking like trailer that he lives in, his Dino trailer, and his Dino
Yeah,
Trailer
yeah.
Park boys living out there, and she comes up and then they're like talking, and he's got all these like great like sassy one-liners.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then she's like I think a fly is bothering her, and he snatches it out of the air like a
Yes.
fucking ninja,
Yes.
and you're like, what? That was a bit too far. I was like, oh my god. But I can't say the movie wasn't fun to watch.
It was
I just,
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, like, I also hate that they went, like, with the route, like, you know, all these smart scientist guys, and then what we really need is a folksy hero who, like, you know, we really shouldn't be messing with all this bullshit, and, you know.
It's okay that we already
yeah.
messed around with this bullshit a ton before.
Exactly.
But doing more is too
Yeah.
much. It's
Now
like,
you've
what?
gone too far.
Yeah.
Now you've gone beyond nature.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And also, like, the bad guy, like, the real bad guy, is so over the top, like, twirly mustache, like, you know, industrial,
like,
military
you know what-
complex.
Do you know who the bad guy
Evil
was in the first Jurassic Park? It was the goddamn T-Rex was the bad guy, and the Velociraptors.
Yeah.
Because the T-Rex saves them at the end. But,
I did like that, actually. I thought that was kind of cool. Like,
no, I'm talking about the original movie.
yeah, no, I know. But
Yeah, no, that part's
Yeah,
so
what they
awesome.
call back to that in this.
Yeah, they do. And it was kind of cool to see the Velociraptors being kind of used, like you know, like you would a dog, like a pack of dogs and whatnot, like a pack
Right.
of wolves or something, which is totally not insanity, I guess, if you want to call it, because they're already like
pack mentality type.
well, not even that. Yeah, they have that, but it's like these are also like engineered creatures, so you can also say like, you know, they've been bred, you know, they've been domesticated a little bit over the years. So I mean, that wasn't the most insane thing, and they do murder people at some point as well. So
Yeah. I also thought it was super weird that, like, they show him. It's very clear at the beginning of the movie that, like, he kind of has, like, them doing stuff, but also, like, when he goes in to try to save that guy, like, it is a tense situation.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, later on, oh yeah, the best idea is to let them all fucking loose and just hope that they don't eat the shit out of me. Like, really?
Hey man, all bets were off at that point.
I guess. Or is it really that dire? That like, okay, let's try throwing out 5 more wild dinosaurs and hope that I can actually control them.
I want to take a vote though. If that dino park existed, like before anything went bad, would you go there? Like,
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
no question. Like,
yeah.
if that was like $1,000 a ticket for like 3 days, I would save all of my money up. to
Yeah,
go
I'd take
there.
out a loan,
Like, just
no matter how much it costs.
I have to go see dinosaurs.
Even if that shit had already happened, I would still
I know.
go.
I was thinking, even if it happened, it was like, you know what? It happened once. They're prepared for it this time. Like, it's not going to happen again. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I kind of dislike that they made the bad guys like, oh, the government. Like, it's like, okay, come on.
It wasn't even just that, but like the guy, everything he said was like the most evil thing you could think of.
I would say
like-
the script needed a lot of work.
Yeah, that was the worst part of it, I think. There was some really bad dialogues, a little bit of bad acting, but Chris Pratt was awesome.
Chris Pratt was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what he was given. But I think it was a little too cheesy for my taste. But whatever. You know, it wasn't awful,
Yeah.
I would say. All right, let's go to Matt. What have you been up to?
Where should I start?
Well,
I went through the tutorial for Overwatch.
yeah,
and
so I got the Overwatch
realized I'm
beta.
horrible at shooters now.
Oh no. Well, you're gonna have to join me. Maybe we'll play later.
Yeah,
after this.
I need some coaching or something.
That's good. Well,
Yeah.
one of the great parts about Overwatch, I've played the open beta. Maybe I don't even know. Maybe a couple hours, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm like level 4 or 5. Is you don't need to be great at shooters to do well in this. You just need to know what heroes are better for you if you're not good at Twitch aiming. Like, because if you're not good at Twitch aiming, you know, there's heroes like Reinhardt or Winston or a lot of the tank heroes or support heroes that are much more about like creating barriers in the world to stop people or healing other people or you know, shooting like explosions or grenades that don't have to be as well aimed to cause chaos. So yeah, I don't know. We'll play a bit of that later. But
I finished the tutorial and then I went into what I thought was an AI game, but I think they were real people. And I was just kind of like, I've only played the one hero. I don't know who any of these people are.
All right, we'll play later tonight. And one of the great things is you can party up and do like party versus AI if you want.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So we can do some practice rounds.
And it looks really cool. I
It
really
looks
like the visual
gorgeous.
style.
Yeah, Adam, you can. I think it's open beta now as of today, so you could join in as well. I pre-ordered.
Yeah.
If you want to play it, I don't know if you have time tonight, but over the weekend you could probably give it a shot if you
Maybe.
wanted to.
Is it something I could use like a Xbox One controller for, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's coming out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox, so.
It's just because
Yeah.
my current setup is not really good for mouse and keyboard.
You're right. Yeah, you have a couch PC.
Well, even now, like my wireless mouse and keyboard broke, so
Oh, really?
it's wired right now. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
It does.
But yeah, so probably not the best situation, but I bet you could. I don't see why not. It isn't as much of a Twitch shooter as like a Counter-Strike or something where you need, you know, one shot to death. And this, it's like if you're playing a tank character, you can get shot like 15, 20 times before you go down. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm loving it. Like, I played hundreds of hours of Team Fortress 2. And this really reminds me a lot of that game. So let's see, what am I at?
I like that you don't have to count ammo. There's reloads, but it's all just automatic.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's great in that respect. And then, yeah. So I don't know how to describe this game. It's coming out at the end of May 24th. I pre-ordered it on Amazon because Amazon's awesome for pre-orders. You get if you pre-order a physical copy, it's 20% off if you're a Prime member. So
really?
It's $42 or something. So I was right in.
I always feel really weird about that because it makes me want to get physical copies, but I'm also at the point now where I usually don't actually want a physical copy.
To be fair, with physical copies,
I'm torn. But
yeah.
I usually go for the physical one because it's cheaper.
Yeah,
But-
well, the nice thing about the Blizzard games, you don't need the physical copy. You'll get a disc, but once you assign the CD key to your account, you just use the launcher to download it. So
that's great.
Yeah, that's how all the WoW expansions have worked. So
yeah.
So I was looking at purchasing the World of Warcraft Legion from Amazon as well, the pre-order for that, and it was like I think it's $80 for the collector's edition, which comes with the art book on mouse pad and all that bullshit, and the digital deluxe like goodies like in-game pet and all that stuff, and I think an Overwatch skin too, maybe. But then I was like, all right, yeah, and I was like, oh, this Warlords of Draenor, I could buy the collector's edition of that for $80 too, because I could get that mouse pad and the art book.
What?
I know, right? And I was like, no, I don't need
the
it.
Blizzard art books are pretty cool.
That's not even worth the $20 that they charge you for it, let alone 80. Come on, man.
Well, I bought the digital deluxe edition. I think you did as well.
I did.
Yeah, so you get the mount and everything.
Yeah.
Well, and I figured I'm going to buy the deluxe edition again, just because it's like my favorite game of all time, so
yeah,
I might as well. I'm not saying you need to come back and play it, Adam. I mean, you take your own path, but I know I'm going to.
You're still deep within the throes of WoW. Then.
I've been playing it all week, man.
Caught in its icy clutches.
Yeah, I've been... well, they got stuff going on right now. They've got a time-walking event this week. So they started doing this time-walking... where they basically you can do the dungeons for an older expansion, and they are like all the enemies are leveled to your level, and the loot they give you is like loot that's good for you.
Yeah.
So it's basically a way to reuse the old content, and it's kind of awesome how they've been doing that. So I'm liking what they're doing. Mm-hmm. I think that Draenor wasn't a very good expansion.
Yeah.
Which is the problem with it, and why everyone left, because it kind of changed the game, I guess, in a significant way that not everybody was into, and it wasn't.
So, like,
I don't know.
I forget what it's called now. The settlement type thing's still not like
The garrison.
Garrison, yeah, that's not.
There's
as
not
cool.
a lot to do there. It's like your own personal like Stormwind. You just have all the stuff to run, but not everything that would be at a Stormwind, because you can't fit all of the things in your build. You need to like have, I don't know, you're missing certain buildings, so you still have to like. I don't have a bank. I have to go. Well, I'm an engineer, so I can build a mobile bank, but like I don't know. There's just like stuff that's missing. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like good, and everybody's looks exactly the same, and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah,
it was a swing and a miss, I think. So we'll see what the next expansion looks like. I don't know. I mean, I'm willing. Why not?
Yeah.
You can always unsubscribe.
So I guess I haven't been keeping up with this as much as you have. So this new Legion expansion, like, what is that covering? What is that?
Oh man, we talked about this last week when you were gone.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's a new continent. Demon hunters, like Illidan. You can play a demon hunter. It's like Death Knights. So a new class.
That's kind of cool.
A new place to explore, and then class guild halls.
Class guild hall.
Yes. So if you're like a priest, there'll be like a priest hall that you can like level up, like a garrison. Yeah, it's like themed for each class. So I don't know. So
is that also like instanced or?
I don't really know very much.
Okay.
We'll know more. There's not a lot out yet.
Oh, okay.
About it, you know,
it's coming out this year, though, isn't it?
Yeah, end of August. So,
wow.
Yeah, not too far off.
Yeah. What's the new landmass?
I have no clue.
Oh, okay.
Still Matt, you're a Blizzard lore master. Where is it?
I have no idea.
Clickety clack. Warcraft Legion.
If it's not a Heroes of the Storm map, I don't know.
There
Still
you
not
go.
doing the Emerald Dream, huh?
No. There's oh man, you can watch videos of that. Of people like speculating because they built a place in Stormwind where there's like looks like a portal to the Emerald Dream would go, and that was rumored to be one of their first expansions, and then they never did it. It is the Broken Isles. I don't know where that is. The cool thing about it though is that the floating city, not Karazhan, what's it called? I forgot this last week.
Dalaran,
the floating magic city. It looks like it flies over to the Broken Isles and is the new hub city. So
That's
like,
good.
yeah, it actually looks pretty cool.
I like Dalaran, but I don't like having to go back to fucking Northrend to go there.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. As like the idea is that we got this floating magic city, right? Mm-hmm. We could just move it to the new expansion.
Yeah,
so
totally. Why
not? Because you're going to reuse a really cool location setting that existed in that game.
Yeah.
And use it for the new landmass.
Although it is impossible to find anything in Dalaran.
Yeah, it is a maze. But I'm sure after hours and hours of playing in that expansion, you'd probably figure out where everything is. Anyway, that's enough WoW talk. We can't. I gotta cut it off because I could talk for hours about that, and I want this to be the World of Warcraft podcast. And this is Matt's section. Hearthstone. How's the new expansion treating you? You getting further into it?
A little bit. I kind of forgot that everything resets at the end of the month, so I was like trying to grind up, and then it all went away. But
so you got to start anew.
Yeah, but I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah, you got a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you're watching. What were you watching?
I just started watching Daredevil. I'm only like 2 episodes in, so I can't. There's not much I can talk about yet.
You
but
lucky bastard!
Daredevil.
I wish I could wipe my mind and rewatch that. It is so good.
I'm liking it so far. It's very pretty.
Oh, it's amazing.
Is it better? So, like,
And the combat choreography is awesome.
It really is.
That's what I've heard. The combat's great, but I have not seen this. I've availed myself of watching any of the Marvel television programs.
They're the best.
There's too much to get through. I've watched Jessica Jones a little bit
great.
because Lance, whenever he visits to hang out in the morning, he'll turn Jessica Jones on before I wake up, and we'll watch it in my living room. And I come out, and it's halfway through an episode. That show seems like really boring. I guess would be the way to describe it.
No.
The villain is incredible.
Yes.
I watched Mr. Purple in a police station that was pretty intense scene.
Yeah, that's pretty late actually in the show.
Yes, it is. But I don't know. Something about these like superheroes that aren't actually like superheroes is kind of like, I don't know. This is cheap.
Looks cheap. Got powers.
Yeah, but she never uses them.
She does.
She's tortured by them. Because she's murders people in her sleep, basically.
What?
That show's dumb. All right, so Daredevil though is the one that Matt's watching.
Daredevil's amazing. Second season.
Yeah.
So that's
I thought Jessica Jones was better than Daredevil though.
That's Blind Lawyer Adventure.
Yes. Blind Kung Fu Lawyer.
Blind Kung Fu Lawyer.
I've been meaning to watch it for a while, and now there's talk of a Punisher spinoff, so I need to get it all watched before that starts.
It's been it's been announced with Joe Bernthal, who is Shane in Walking Dead.
I mean, if you think that this is worse than Jessica Jones, I don't know if I can get in because
I think the first season.
I don't know. I think you should check it out.
I like the characters in Jessica Jones more. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some characters.
Although I will say, like, second season of. It's weird because I watched the first season of Daredevil, then I watched Jessica Jones, and I watched the second season of Daredevil, and I felt like each one was better than the last.
Yeah, it does seem like there's some woodenness in the actors that's going to loosen up over time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so too. Also,
I'd see the potential.
The plot,
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. The plot in the first season of Daredevil is a little convoluted, I think. It's just a little bit, I don't know, like the storylines that they do. It's kind of complicated. But
Yes.
So far, I know there's an army of blind Chinese people manufacturing drugs. That's all I know.
Yep. They'll do that. You gotta keep your eye on those blind Chinese people.
You know, China's taking over, man. They're making all our drugs now.
I kind of find it funny that this still takes place in Hell's Kitchen. And
apparently Hell's Kitchen's a terrible place to be.
From what I hear, Hell's Kitchen is actually now much nicer.
Yeah,
it's
what's the word for that? Gentrified. It's fully gentrified now.
Well, everybody saw that the Affleck Daredevil movie and was like, I gotta move there.
I gotta get in on the ground floor.
Man, if anybody saw that and wanted to move there, then
yeah,
I pity them. That was a terrible movie.
Maybe you could meet Elektra there.
Oh God.
Yeah, that happened as well, huh?
Yes, it did.
Thank God for the Marvel cinematic universe that exists now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forever.
Thank God for Disney.
Yeah, Disney did it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to talk about a movie that I saw. I saw it last night. It stars a cat. It's got 2 comedians. One of which was on this very show that Matt has met personally.
Keegan-Michael.
Yes, I'm talking about Keanu. Have you guys heard anything about this movie?
The only Keanu I've heard of is Keanu Reeves.
You have not heard of the movie Keanu.
I have not.
The consensus I've heard is it's all right.
I loved it. I absolutely.
I hope it's awesome.
If you like Key and Peele and cats, you will love this
And
movie.
I do.
Because it's basically, I guess, I don't know. I don't want to spoil the movie, but Adam, have you not seen a trailer for Keanu when it came out?
I have not. I've never heard of this movie.
Are you fucking serious?
You should watch it right now.
I don't watch.
You should watch the trailer.
TV.
Watch the trailer. We'll vamp.
Well, Vamp. Well, Adam watches the Keanu trailer.
This is not the right device to be watching this trailer on.
Oh, your computer that you're connected to is not capable of watching a trailer on YouTube?
Not and doing other things at the same time.
All right, fair enough. But Keanu...
Actually, maybe it will. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
We could put a trailer in the hangout.
I'm not putting the trailer in this. I'm not syncing it up.
God.
Oh, no. Adam, we're going to lose you.
Huh? No, I'm here.
All right. So are you going to watch the trailer or not? I haven't gotten...
I'm trying to.
All right. Let us know if it starts playing, because we'll vamp then.
Okay. All right.
Is it playing? Was that all right?
I'm searching for it right now.
Okay. Just look up Keanu Red Band trailer. It's rated R.
All right. From the minds of Key and Peele,
yes.
Uncensored. All right.
You got it?
I'm clicking on the link now.
All right.
Which means that in about 30 seconds I'll be watching it.
All right. Sounds like you need a computer upgrade.
I do need a laptop upgrade.
That thing is ancient.
Okay, it's going. 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Vamp.
All right. So we got. Do we have to be silent?
The Fallout Far Harbor. What?
Can he hear us?
I don't know.
Do we have to be silent? Okay.
Okay,
We'll
I'll be quiet.
Okay.
The Fallout Far Harbor trailer dropped.
Oh yeah.
And it looks really good.
I haven't seen it yet. What's it about? A really far away shipping area?
It's about an island where some children of Adam preachers are going nuts.
Oh shit, those guys are weird. I remember them from the game. They were really weird and they had the extra powers.
Yeah.
Some of them are really messed up.
It kind of seems like they're going to set off a nuke and forcibly convert a bunch of people.
That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
You should stop it.
But it's the biggest Bethesda DLC land mass ever.
Oh wow, that's exciting. I need to play more Fallout 4, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't really get through much of the story of that at all. So it's nice and quiet here. I hope everyone's relaxed. I hope I've triggered everyone's ASMR that's listening. Maybe I could crinkle some paper. Is that picking up? Matt, do you have any paper you can crinkle?
Let me just crinkle this paper for you.
Alright, thank you.
Would you like a haircut?
I'm going to paint my nails quietly and describe each color very quietly. It seems like it's been more than 3 minutes. I think Adam's dead.
Should we go on without him?
I don't know. Is he still here? Adam. He probably can't hear us over the trailer.
He probably muted us.
He probably did. So
I didn't mute you.
Oh, hey! Is it over?
I'm enraptured by this trailer.
Yeah, I know.
I know, right?
So have you seen it all? Is it over?
Almost.
Okay. We'll be All right, get real close to the mic. I'm gonna do my NPR impression. Today on For Your Consideration, we'll be meeting with Zac Efron, star of the new Neighbors movie sequel about a sorority. And there are girls that are doing lewd things in this film.
What are you guys talking about?
Huh?
I'm back. I'm back now.
Hey,
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Neighbors
That
2.
looked incredible.
I
Also,
told you.
Neighbors 2 looks incredible too.
It does. It looks really funny, actually. I like the first one.
Yeah, me too.
So Keanu is a movie about Key and Peele. Jordan Peele in the story basically is dumped, and a cat shows up, a little kitten, and he finds meaning in life again. And Keegan is his cousin, I believe, in the movie, and his friend. And he comes over to console him, and they meet the cat. And they go out to see a Liam Neeson's movie, and they come back, and the cat is gone. And it turns out that he was stolen by a crime lord who thought he was breaking into someone else's apartment, wanted to fuck his shit up. Instead, they got the wrong guys. And they have to go rescue their cat from this crime lord, drug lord organization.
I just want to say that the kitten in the gangster,
yes, he's wearing a do-rag.
Is the cutest fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yes.
That is adorable.
Let's just say the movie spirals into odd directions where they impersonate like a hitman group that I guess has been around in LA and killed a bunch of like drug dealers. And they're like, yeah, that's us. And they're like, well, show me how you could do that. Like teach my crew how to be, like you. They call them the Allentown boys. Like teach them how you guys handle things. And they're like, all right, if you give us a cat, we'll give them some lessons. And bad things happen. Like a drug deal goes very, very far south with a cameo, a famous actor cameo, and things get really weird. Yeah, it's really fun, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like, it reminded me a lot of like kind of Pineapple Express, where it's kind of like just two regular guys get strangled up in this like crazy, super violent like drug underworld that is just insane, and it turns into an action movie. It's awesome. It's really fun.
Did I see both Will Forte and Ice Cube in this?
No, it's not Ice Cube. It's Method Man.
Oh, it's Method Man.
Another rapper turned actor. Yes. No, it is. It's definitely Bill Hader, who plays the next door neighbor drug dealer whose house they were trying to break into, but they got the wrong address. And so, yeah, it's insane. That's the only way to describe the movie. It is just, and if you're a fan of like Key and Peele's humor and they're like back and forth, I was laughing the entire time. I can understand if you didn't like the movie because it isn't perfect. It is very cookie cutter in the way that the plot kind of goes. It kind of.
It also almost kind of reminded me of like an episode of Boondocks.
The animated
cartoon.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. There's a lot of them kind of poking fun at like black culture in a bit. Keegan Michael Key listens to George Michael in the movie
Yes.
quite a bit. Actually, I would say a good 60% of the album Faith is the soundtrack to this movie.
Wow.
Which is a bold choice, but really fun. He does some drugs at some point and stars in the Faith video for a minute. It gets real weird. It's so much fun, though.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I think the criticism that it feels like a sketch drawn out over an hour and a half is a little valid, but I like their style of humor and their back and forth comedy so much that I was in. Like I can understand if you're someone like not familiar with Key and Peele that. You'd kind of be like, I don't know about this.
They make a great team.
Yeah, some of their callback humor and ridiculous gags and comedy stuff is really deep. So, I don't know, if you're a fan like me, it was amazing. So I would highly recommend checking it out because it's fun with a capital F. All right, that's what I've been up to.
Cool.
I think that's everybody, right? I mean, we got a couple things. Adam, apparently you watched Ant-Man again.
Yes. It's watching the second time, I agree with you more.
Yeah.
And that I think it is a little bit more, I don't know, it feels a little bit less
good than it did the first time around.
I just feel like they could have gone further and done more fun stuff, and it feels like it was held back a bit by like the Disney.
I was gonna say, I think the biggest thing for me was that the humor felt like it was all pretty like low hanging fruit.
Yeah,
like a lot of the humor in that it's funny, but it's also pretty. I don't know. It's
I think
very standard.
I just really wish I could have seen the Edgar Wright version. That's the most disappointing part, because I think
that would be pretty cool.
Seeing a follow up to Scott Pilgrim in Ant-Man form would have been really awesome. But it sounds like he had talked about this. He left the movie before it even actually began filming. They weren't going to let him make the movie with the creative control that he wanted, and he was like, "I'm not going to make that movie. So here's the script. You can do what with it you will, and I'm not going to direct it." And I just would have been fun to see, but it's not the movie we got. But it's not bad.
It's not bad, but I like watching the second time through. I was just kind of surprised at how, I don't know, because I only saw it once in the theater, and it was it was really fun summer action type thing.
Yeah,
watching it on a smaller screen, and after having some time and not paying maybe as close attention to it, it just seemed a little bit more formulaic, and
I think that's a problem actually with a lot of the superhero movies that are coming out now, is that every single movie has to be an origin story at this point, and it gets kind of tiring. I mean, it's like, because they're all very similar. Like, a lot of superhero origin stories are very similar in a lot of ways, and you just kind of like, okay, we got it. Like, we don't need. I mean, like, one of the refreshing parts about the movie Thor is that that's not an origin story at all. That's like Thor. Well, he's like an epic badass, and then he gets thrown to Earth. So he's already a superhero.
He's already a superhero, but it's kind of the origin story about how he becomes like a champion of Earth.
I suppose, but he's not like gaining his powers. For the
they
first
don't
time.
have like a discovering your powers montage.
Yeah, which was nice.
Are you excited for another Spider-Man origin movie?
I know, right? Jesus Christ. I'm excited to have it done well. I mean, Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2 were... I didn't see the second one, but the first one was okay. I just was disappointed that... I don't know, it just didn't... I mean, really? The fucking lizard guy is the villain? He's the lamest villain. Like, Dr. Octopus, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Electro wasn't super amazing.
I know, they're like picking the third-tier Spider-Man villains here. There's no fucking Vulture. Although, is there a Vulture in one of those movies? I think there is, actually, in that first one.
Really?
I think so. Vulture's in a movie.
Is he?
Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Garfunkel Spider-Man.
Amazing Garfunkel Spider-Man.
Well, that's Andrew No, he's Garfield, not Garfunkel.
Yeah.
My God. I messed that up.
I don't think he actually is.
Oh, man, he is. He's in there. Good old Vulture.
Vulture's the old man bird thing.
Old Birdman.
Yeah, I don't think
Old Birdman.
Good old Birdman. What the fuck movie is Vulture in? Wait, is he in the third one then of the?
No.
Is he in the second? Oh my god.
No. You're not in any of them.
No, I've seen Vulture in a movie.
Does he vomit as a defense mechanism?
Is that what vultures do in real life? Because if it
One
is,
of the things.
That'd be awesome. Vulture will appear in Spider-Man: Homecoming. It says.
Great.
So
I guess.
That's it.
Is that the new one?
Yeah. It is
It's called
worst
Homecoming?
Name. It's the worst name, and it has the worst graphic.
Yeah, Vulture's definitely not in any of them.
No, I know. Yeah.
It's from the comic books, and I conflated that to being real because the comic books were so good. John Malkovich will be the Vulture.
Oh.
Which is a good choice, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. That'll be good. I love Spider-Man. It's one of my favorite superheroes, and I'm not way into superheroes, so it means something that they're bringing that character back finally.
From everything I've heard, and this could definitely be just like hype from studio and stuff like that, but that the guy Tom Holland who's playing Peter Parker this time, I've heard people say that he's like by far the best Peter Parker.
Yeah, I really liked the original guy they had.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
He's all right. He always seemed old to me.
Oh my God, I've seen this person on stage.
Really?
Yes, he was in Billy Elliot when it was in England.
Oh.
Oh my God.
You know what? I might have seen that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same kid. He was the original Billy Elliot. I don't know if it was part of the original run when I was still watching it, but he looks very Billy Elliot-ish.
Yeah.
So, how old is
Billy
he? Oh, he's
Elliot-esque.
19.
Yeah.
He was 19, making him born in 1996. Now all of you feel old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can legally buy cigarettes. And he was born when I was 11. Not anymore, though. Not in California. They raised the smoking age to 21.
Really?
I saw that because the FDA just said, all you vapors, it's now going to be regulated like cigarettes. Which means you have to be 18 to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, really.
So do you have to be 21 to vape?
I didn't see him in Billy Elliot.
Yeah, I was
Damn
gonna
it.
say he's too young to be the original Billy Elliot.
No, well, I'm not the original, but the Victoria Palace Theater run. No, he was in it from 8 September 2008 to 29 May 2010. So I think you saw him, Matt. Did you guys see that movie? Did you guys see Billy Elliot when you were there?
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah, then you definitely saw him, unless you took a night off, because you went in 2010, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was there. You've seen him act on stage. I saw.
That's cool. I saw James
before.
Earl Jones that trip too,
Oh, nice.
and Felicia Rashad.
I don't think I saw anyone famous when I was in England.
Didn't
seeing
you tell me you
plays.
saw Ian McKellen or something? As King
No,
Lear?
we didn't get to go to that. There
Oh,
weren't
that's
enough
right.
tickets. We were going to see him.
Man,
Was that when he was in Waiting for Godot?
No, King Lear, actually.
Oh.
And I heard it was
'Cause-
incredible.
He was in Waiting for Godot with Patrick Stewart, and I
Oh,
couldn't
man.
get tickets to that
what?
either. Yeah.
That would have been so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I miss England. They have such good theater there. All the famous people are in, like, really good plays there. I guess Broadway's kind of the same way, but Broadway's a lot more musically.
Yeah.
At least those are the big ones in Broadway. Anyway, so cool. Good for him. That's exciting. I mean, he's a really good stage actor, a singer. He could be really good. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see here. What's next? I guess. Oh, you know what? While we're on it, let's talk about Marvel Civil War weekend. Hashtag Team Cap. Hashtag Team Stark.
Iron Man.
Tony. Team Iron Man.
Team Cap, definitely.
Team Iron Man.
I would have said Team Iron Man until I read a recap of what happens later in the Civil War after where I stopped reading it.
Oh yeah.
He turns into a supervillain.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
He like kidnaps people and puts them in like fucking super prison.
he puts them in some kind
In
of
a prison
phantom zone.
planet.
Listen, it's a different dimension, but it's not a big deal.
It's not. He fucking Thor kills a man.
That wasn't really Thor. But
Well, okay, yeah, and that's the other problem I have with the Civil War series is that they retconned absolutely everything that happened in it.
it wasn't a retcon. He was like a Tony Stark Thor was dead.
Oh yeah,
He like,
yeah.
took DNA from Thor and like tried
So
to make
so Tony Stark murdered a man.
his creation did.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
As so many of his creations do.
Yeah.
But-
He's not really good at making AI, huh? No, I would say Team Cap as well. I'm Team Registration.
Especially in the
Or
cinematic universe.
Team Iron Man, but yeah, Team Cap all the way in the comic books because at least they're not literally turning into like Nazi supervillains, which is what happens.
Hey.
If you're not on the list, you go to the prison planet. Like,
There may
what?
have been a couple, like a team of bad guys that joined.
It got out of hand, huh?
Like I'm pretty sure like a bunch of dudes from like Hydra joined Team Iron Man.
Yeah, you know.
But, this Team Iron Man.
All right. Fair
You
enough.
mean the guy that made the psychopathic murdering AI that destroyed everything?
Hey.
Yeah, but he also made
He's
Vision.
like, guys, I think we need to rein it in because some of us have made a couple mistakes here.
It's just
He also
Iron
made
Man.
the Vision, though. He corrected that issue.
That's true. He did make the Vision. No, he didn't.
Kind of.
the Vision didn't Captain America like save the Vision though and make him like
No,
good?
Captain America didn't want him to happen. Like, and then Thor came in. And was
Also,
like, no,
the
this needs to
Vision's got a
happen.
sweater on in that like promotional image.
Yes,
It's
yes.
like wearing a V-neck sweater.
Which is amazing.
I've heard the movie's good, huh? Reviews.
Yeah,
seem
it's
to be-
I've heard
at like
that too.
93 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I've heard it's the best Marvel movie so far.
Oh wow, that seems tough to overcome my
Yeah,
favorite
I agree.
Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm sure it'll be good. I mean,
Yeah.
I like Tony Stark and oh my god, did I just disconnect something?
I want to see Black Panther too.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can.
The fuck? Get out of here, cat! I heard the Windows like something disconnected noise. Yeah, I did that, and my cat's rolling around next to my computer, so I figured she unplugged something. But if you guys can hear me, I can still hear you. So whatever stopped working isn't affecting the podcast. So yeah, I'm hyped. I would say I'm like 80% hype.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll see it this weekend, but
Yeah, same here. I'm not sure I'm gonna see it this weekend, but I do definitely want to see it.
yeah, the first weekend rush is probably going to be too much. I'm excited to see Spider-Man in a movie.
Yeah, me too.
I like me some
And
Spider-Man.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's going to be good. It's all coming out.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, hopefully that's better than the Batman movie.
I like Batman vs Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know you did. You were the only one.
yeah.
Oh, Lance loved it as well.
It's good.
He's all for the Batman murderverse.
I am too. Like, I really want to see that one that Ben Affleck is going to do. Like, he's going to direct and do a solo Batman film. I want to see that.
So Batman solo.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun. I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. I just didn't want to go see it out in the theaters. I'll check it out. I mean, the fact that movie made barely $200 million more than Deadpool is kind of weird. When Deadpool cost like $50 million to make.
Yeah, nothing practically.
58, and it made almost $800 million. And Batman and Superman cost $250 million to make, and it made like $860 million. That's pretty bad, huh?
Yeah.
That's not a good ratio. I guess they wanted it to make $1 trillion. Did you know that Zootopia has almost made $1 trillion worldwide?
That can't be true.
Really?
930.
I've heard it's good.
Oh, I'm sorry, almost $1 billion.
Yes.
So I'm off by a decimal place here.
A factor of 1,000. No,
I'm so sorry.
You're only 999 billion off.
Yes. So sorry, $933 million it has made. I still need to see that. I wanted to see it really bad, and then I kind of didn't for a while.
Yeah, me too.
And now it's not showing very often because I heard it's really good. It's about animals getting together, living people lives. The animals are like people.
Yeah.
It looked fun.
Anthropomorphic.
Yeah. The furries, big into it. I mean, you heard about that, right? The furries thing.
I think I did. Yeah, I think I heard that they were.
Directly advertised to like furry conventions and forums and stuff. This movie.
That's kind of smart, though. Yeah,
it is totally. I mean, if you're into that these are anthropomorphic animal creatures, and they're having a fun movie. So good for you. But I just thought it was kind of like, wow, Nintendo, they're just direct to you marketing. All right, they know what they're doing. Yeah. So all right, I tanted this last week, so we got to get to it. John's new section. Can I make this? Oh, no one else is going to take this section as their own. If you guys want to make up your own sections of the podcast and want to bring stuff, feel free. I'm not going to make the conspiracy corner any of your two responsibility.
Oh,
I may have forgotten to read this.
It's okay because
I'm still familiar.
We're going to go over it.
Okay.
This week on the conspiracy corner. The Illuminati's secret celebrity murder and cloning centers explained. All right.
Wait, are these guys that are after the guy from Christmas Vacation, Randy Quaid?
I don't think this is Quaid. He may he may subscribe to this theory, but I don't think he's part of the, like... That guy ain't doing shit. Randy Quaid is not, like, coming up with ideas. He's just living in Canada in squalor and
no, but, like, he...
weirdly in sex videos.
No, the celebrity killers. Aren't these guys the ones who are...
Oh, no. This is the opposite.
Oh.
Have you ever noticed sometimes a certain celebrity ever seems slightly off?
Yes.
Like an extra beauty mark or a fact that their eyelids have begun to blink sideways?
All the time.
If you can feel like something's just not right with someone, like someone goes on tour and they take a vacation, they come back and they look a little different, that's because they're dead. Don't worry, because before they were killed, they were cloned, which means, unlike Paul McCartney, who wasn't cloned, but conspiracy says that he has been replaced by a lookalike. Countless incarnations of your dearly departed could be walking amongst us for centuries to come. So this guy on Facebook named Donald Marshall, who's insane, who claims to be a clone himself, is another guy who had the bad luck of finding himself in a so-called cloning station run by Queen Elizabeth. When he was born, his family was already living in the cloning center. Yet in all his writings and interviews, he never specifies why they lived in this clandestine Illuminati palace. Still, his discussions are extensive. Let's see here. If you search Donald Marshall cloning all over Google, many of which he didn't write himself. He's like the first person, witness of this cloning celebrity thing, and people have taken off with it. So, the basics of the Celebrity Cloning Center story are: while he was at the cloning center, he discovered that the entire operation was run by the Freemasons, a group called the Vril Society, who partnered with Scientologists, of course. And there are what we would know as the Illuminati, of course. Mm-hmm. The Illuminati,
well, obviously.
Yes, which includes all the G20 world leaders, naturally, meet in subterranean bunkers that house celebrity cloning farms, which have been highly lucrative for the Illuminati. They use celebrities' wealth to have them, the celebrities pay them for their cloning ability, basically. The cloning part of this operation didn't happen until after World War II, when the political people of the G20 world leaders started bringing movie stars and musicians to hang out with them in their underground bunkers. And just so you know, they can control who remembers the cloning facility.
Oh.
Yes. And
how convenient.
Yep, and if they don't want you to remember it, then you won't. Let's see here. Some of these clones are used for entertainment value, gladiator-style wrestling bouts, sexual perversions, Illuminati ritual sacrifices. Others are kept as precautionary measures, like the 2005 movie The Island. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yep, the Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
Where the island was basically these clones were kept of people as like organ banks, basically. If you need a new liver, got a clone. He's got a liver for you. And you want to know what? Because guess who made the island?
The Illuminati.
They funded the movie themselves.
Because now no one will believe it's real.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Okay. This is a
best
great
trick the devil ever played.
Okay, this is great. So in his original tell-all Facebook post in 2011, he explained, I'm going to read all of this because it's incredible. The royal family of England, yes, Queen Elizabeth, Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, and Prince Charles are the worst of them. Unbelievable, depraved perverts, all showing off for celebrities that go there. Elizabeth has children there call her Lilibet and does ungodly things to them. Some she fakes being nice to. Oh, it's terrible. Some she's terrible to, cutting them with swords while they scream. The decent people that are there against their will are afraid to say anything against them. Most have their children there as kind of a hostage, to be torn apart if they even think of informing anyone. But as they've been torturing me terribly, anyway, I will tell all. Vladimir Putin loves to put the fear of torture and death into people, and is essentially a cowardly pervert himself.
I feel like he wrote this with like a Mad Lib.
Yeah, well, most of the famous people are ashamed to speak or even be seen by me. They're very much ashamed of the perverse and disgusting gatherings. I am a decent person and will not participate in these acts. So they use me as an example and torture me for being a good person. So basically, he's like a hostage there, and he witnesses all this stuff, and all the like celebrities that come there to do the cloning and stuff. Like, they don't want to talk to him because he's like a normal person, and they like are ashamed to be there and like taking part while all these like world leaders do their debauched stuff. That sounds pretty crazy, man. Anyway, clones are notoriously obedient. And all you have to do to keep someone under your thumb is to kill the original because you control the clone. So when you need to churn out hit single after hit single, send in the clones.
Wow.
All right, let's go over to some high-profile clones. Adam?
Yeah.
Britney Spears is dead.
Okay.
Just go to BritneyIsDead.com for the whole story. Because back in 1998, before dropping the now classic Baby One More Time, Britney and Justin Timberlake got into a particularly nasty car accident that resulted in severe burns on Justin's part and an unfortunate case of decapitation on Britney's. Just so you know, Justin's still in a coma somewhere while his clone roams free.
Okay.
Yes. So the label was forced to find a Britney Spears stand-in.
Sounds legit.
Well, Britney Spears is Dead claims that the label's producers went to the mall and found a young lookalike. And the other cloning story has to say that, no, it wasn't a lookalike they found, but it was a clone that they had made. And there's many YouTube videos, if you look up Britney Spears clone, that have weird comparison photos of before and after the cloning of minor facial imperfections that prove that someone's a clone and not the original. Like any
not
clone...
like celebrities undergo plastic surgery.
No, of course not. So at any time, though, according to Marshall, there are at least 2 to 5 backup clones waiting in underground for their turn in the spotlight. If these clones, become disobedient or mess up, they get taken care of, and a new clone shows up. Like any clone, Britney copies are not at all happy with their lot in life. So in 2009, Britney Spears' "Break the Ice" single, one of the songs that Britney had written to her by Donald Marshall, who's the guy there. He's a lyricist for the Pop Clones, the man writing all these Facebook posts. She managed to sneak in some hints at the reality of her situation. And this included an animated video that depicts her blowing up an actual clone center. That's what the music video of that song is that and according to Marshall, the tubes detailed in this music video of the cloning center are identical to the real tubes. So that's a little bit there. All right, Adam, guess who the next clone is?
President Obama.
Marshall Mathers. Rah! M to the M.
Okay.
There have long been rumors that Eminem checked himself into rehab after a drug overdose in 2005. Even if you years ago in an interview, he said he nearly died at one point. He used the word nearly, but we all know that nearly wasn't the truth. That he died, and he was survived by one of the many clones of his former self. The real Slim Shady stood up and died. The next Slim Shady took over. He reached worldwide phenom status in the late 90s. The Illuminati approached him, as they do with all young and upcoming superstars, to see how willing he would be to join their gang of extra-powerful miscreants. He declined, and then was sent off to meet his demise in a fatal car crash.
Wow.
Or as far as the rest of the world was concerned, he went to rehab. Of course, no clone is perfect. There's a video, of course, on Facebook that describes the various facial differences and dissimilarities between the older original Eminem and the new clone Eminem. There's so many differences here. Let's see. And there's also a video. I think Matt watched this last week. We did during a break, maybe. of Eminem during I guess Al Roker was doing a Today Show thing for like University of not Minnesota, Michigan, in Ann Arbor, Michigan. You know where University of Minnesota, or God damn it, University of Michigan is. If you watch the video, he's like kind of like weird during it. Mm-hmm. He is like kind of looks like he's stoned maybe a little bit. He's like head's kind of like moving around weird a bit, and he doesn't seem to be understanding what's going on.
So definitely.
And then like he snaps and is like kind of like personable again. So it's very clear with the moment when the Eminem remote handler flips the mind control on, and he is back to normal Slim Shady himself. I guess this is the MK Ultra mind control glitch. If you look up MK Ultra, that's another whole bag of worms we can get into in the future conspiracy corners. But
and sadly, that is real.
Yes. Well, yes, that's true. But like,
obviously,
it's not the reason behind so many world events that conspiracies have come to make us believe. Adam, did you know about the Miley Cyrus conspiracy? Because she's next on the list. Your favorite, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Back in 2010, Disney had Miley Cyrus killed and dumped her remains in the California desert.
That's very specific.
Well, you know what? They were all high on all these Marvel movie revenues. You know,
Yeah,
they're like, Iron Man kicks ass.
I think they
Murder
could have
Miley.
done a better disposal with all they have.
Well, they buried her. Well, why did they do this? One theory states
Why, John?
the months before her accident, Miley had leaked nude photos, smoked salvia, and wrote in a song that she was, quote-unquote, hot. Which is to say Miley Cyrus had become a national disgrace. To save its brand, Disney was left with only one option. Murder.
Which is why we have the quiet, subdued Miley Cyrus that we have now.
Okay,
Right.
well, we'll get into that. The other theory alleges that Miley Cyrus refused the sexual advances of various Disney executives, her father included. After realizing that Miley intended to remain steadfast in their decision not to partake in their blood orgies, a Disney higher-up beat her up, left her for dead, and brought out the clone, Miley.
Wow.
The Miley Cyrus conspiracy is like even deeper than that. There is a video, if you watch, I guess, of her speaking in front of a camera, and oh boy, there's a point in the video where they kind of slow it down, and you know what's coming, right? We're talking about reptilian eyelids.
What?
She's a secret Draco reptilian shapeshifter hybrid.
Oh wait, a what?
Adam, she's a Draco reptilian shapeshifter hybrid.
A Draco reptilian shapeshifter hybrid.
I'm watching this video here, and I'm not seeing the double eyelids. I got it going super slow-mo, and I'm just not seeing it. Okay, so someone took this video of Miley Cyrus talking in a camera, zoomed in way on her eyes, and then slowed it down, and it's like super blurry, and it looks like the eyelid, her eyes go from like regular pupils to like slit pupils for a second. And it's definitely not the fact that they've zoomed in on this webcam video super high, and like the lighting is changing slightly as she tilts her head, but it's definitely Draco reptilian shapeshifters. Yeah. Anyway, that's another conspiracy theory that we can get into, that there are secret lizard people running everything. But you want to hear some stories from Donald Marshall about what Miley Cyrus does at the cloning center?
Yes.
Miley Cyrus was talking at the cloning center last night, saying that she's going to be needing songs and that I will be making them. I said, no, I'm not going to make you any more songs. She said, yes, you will. I said, Miley, you're going to be in some lot of trouble in the future for keeping silent about an alien body snatching crisis. She said, I'll just say I was scared. Aliens, hello. And she chuckled. I said, yeah, but how do you remain silent? 10 years? 20? What are you going to tell people? She said...
Aliens, hello.
Yeah. She said that I was scared. Then, are you going to tell people that your fear of Rill caused you to stand in front of me with a knife and demand songs or you'd stab me? She hesitated, looked around at the stands as if looking for an answer, and then through gritted teeth with slitted eyes, "You're going to die, motherfucker," in like a whisper. I said, "That's some appreciation." She just stared at me and put on an evil smile. I said, "I hope in future, when people finally rise up and start cleaning the mess, that they burn you people. Burn you in the street to death."
Whoa.
Burn
Damn.
you in the street to death is a great sentence. They all went silent, as if I just told my family that I didn't love them and never wanted to speak to them again. So I like how he's like an insider and that everyone loves him there.
How does he like do all this shit? And there's supposedly like this Illuminati and stuff. They don't kill him, but they let him post Facebook.
I
like,
think about it this way.
Secrets.
Doesn't this stuff sound crazy? Maybe that's why they let him post it, because he sounds crazy. And you would think it's never could be real. All right, anyway. And then people seem to be waiting around for Elizabeth to say something. Like, "Well, Don, we're going to have to torture you again for saying that." She then said, "Perhaps we should burn you again, Dunn, for wishing an agonizing death upon us." Then the crowd started jostling and acting like, "Oh my, she's going to kill him," and "Oh my, oh my." Same type of behavior each time. Staged bullshit. A lot of them should have been burned when people see what they've been doing in the shadows. Everyone will agree.
Wow.
That's it, man.
I don't know. This guy kind of worries me, actually.
Why?
In, like, the level of his craziness and, like, the violent descriptions he's saying.
Well, you know, that's the way the Illuminati is.
What if this guy actually, like, murders somebody? Like...
Well, this is why all of these celebrities have bodyguards.
Yeah.
Gotta have a bodyguard.
Man.
That's what I say. Okay. Does anyone else have anything else they wanted to talk about before we end the episode?
I don't think anything could top that.
Uh-huh. You want to end it there? Matt.
I think that's a good ending.
Matt, do you have anything you wanted to plug? Oh my god.
Yes.
Your voice has turned into monster robot.
Has it?
Yeah, you want to switch?
Tripping.
Switch. It's horrible. Oh. Oh.
How about now?
Nope. Do you want to switch that to not studio anymore? Matt?
How about now?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
How about now?
Go in the settings and switch it from studio to voice.
How about now?
There we go. This happened when we were playing on your stream as well. I think you might have some buffer overrun that's happening with your voice channel. That, like, after a certain amount of time, it starts not being able to produce the high-quality audio.
Maybe.
You'll hear it. You can listen back. Let me get a timestamp. I'll give you
that time.
I'm gonna get on it. Stamp it up.
Well, I can plug that I'm gonna be doing a live stream while I work on animating this Fallout video.
Oh, cool. Where can people find your live streams?
It will probably be at Matt Haig Music, Twitch/Matt Haig Music, or something.
Okay.
Just follow me on Twitter, and it'll be posted there.
What's your Twitter?
Twitter.com/Matt Haig Music.
At Matt Haig Music. There's an @ symbol there. All right, cool. Adam, what are you going to be doing? Hypothetically watching a bunch of TV?
I'm going to be doing some stuff hypothetically tonight, yeah.
All right, great. It is your weekend.
It is my weekend.
Nice. We'll have to save some of the stuff we didn't get to this week for next week.
Yeah.
I think you've been playing some D&D, it sounds like?
I haven't played yet, but actually I think we're making characters soon.
All right.
For a new
Adam, I want you to do a little homework with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just write down some of the information about that.
Okay.
I want to hear about the characters you're making, what you're playing.
Okay.
What's the world going to be like?
It's going to be 2E.
Second edition?
Yeah, AD&D second edition.
When? Can I drive down there and play? Because that's my favorite version of the game.
I'm not sure exactly when we're meeting yet, but
I thought you hated that.
I don't hate it.
I guess you'll take.
I would
whatever
much
you
rather do 5th, but here's the thing: I wanted to kind of play. So my stepdad, who was big in the D&D like back in the day, his edition, second edition. So he's gonna be DMing, and we're gonna be playing as 2E campaign.
Fatgo.
Yes.
2-hit armor class 0. Those who are in the know about D&D will either love that word or hate that word.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm in the hating column as well.
I will say though, like the more I've looked at the stuff for 2E, it is pretty cool.
Okay, the thing I like about 2E is that there is so much extra content that exists for that game.
There really is.
They put out so many cool like modules and worlds and bestiaries, and it's just massive the amount of stuff. Like I don't know if you're doing any of the Spelljammer stuff, but that's awesome.
No, we're not doing that, but we are doing some other stuff. And actually, I was thinking about making a campaign, like doing my own campaign, so like an adventure one. At some point in the future in 5e, and I kind of want it to be like time travel-y based.
Yeah.
And there's a 2e supplement called Chronomancer, which I've been looking at, and I'm like,
nice.
I might see if I can convert some of the shit from that.
Yeah, there's the Spelljammer is if you heard about that, Adam?
It's like multiverse traveling, right?
Yeah, it's like a spaceship, kind of like a Chrono Trigger Epoch kind of thing, where you travel to different like planets and worlds and time periods as a group
really
of
cool.
adventures. Yeah, it was a really cool
check that out,
concept.
too.
Yeah, Spelljammers, look it up. Second edition had some really cool stuff. I mean, it is very inelegant, the combat system, but it's really good for world building because they have so much stuff, which I'm sure all the other editions have done as well. But I think second edition D&D was in such a heyday, so we'll hear more about that next time you're on.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. That's it. Anyone have a final word of the day or anything? Adam, that's your job. Word of the day. Word of the week. Hypothetical. Wow. Matt, do you have a musical note of the week?
C sharp.
C sharp.
Damn.
Fuck yeah, the B sharps.
That is D flat.
That's a weird thing.
C sharp is D flat.
All right. Well, we will catch you guys next week. The website is bornintheeighties.net. Adam, do we have any fan mail?
Probably.
You should check that, huh? Because I don't get that. And
you should.
No, I don't. And you're the one that set that up. So
did I?
Yeah, you did.
Boy.
I specifically mentioned last episode not to use the comments because I don't get those. Could you add my email address to that?
Yeah, probably.
You should do
I can do that.
Because I would love to hear. Because I asked a question last week.
It was probably answered.
People probably answered it.
Probably.
And we've probably got this pile of fan mail. Adam's just sitting.
No, we don't. We don't have a.
It's like the courtroom scene from Miracle on 34th Street.
Let them think. Yes, it's the bringing the bags and bags of fan mail. Yes,
I sent you. You got the one, and then I think there might be one more after that.
All right. Well, we'll get to it next week.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening. BornTheEighties.net. Like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on iTunes or anywhere else. You can subscribe on podcasts. Actually, I didn't bring this up. Google Play launched podcasts, and we're on there. Our RSS feed for Born in the 80s is on there. So if you're a Google Play user and you don't want to download, you can stream them right off the app. So awesome stuff. All right. That's it. Bye.
Bye.
I gotta hit the stop button.
Bye.
Matt's here, Adam.
Yes.
Matt wanted to join us.
That's great.
I allowed him to.
Why not?
As co-creator and founder, is that okay?
That is beyond okay.
All right, I never asked you.
No.
I thought I should now.
No, it's totally fine.
All right.
You're not just saying that because I'm here.
No,
I'm getting
not
a
at
couple
all.
texts from Adam right now. Let me just read those. Oh my, Adam, I don't even know. I have to look up what that word means. Okay. No, we're all cool. So let's talk. We also should probably talk about hello. Somebody retweeted me.
Was it me?
Oh no, somebody liked a retweet of mine. Okay, don't worry about it. Someone retweeted a retweet of my tweet of a retweet.
That sounds complicated.
Wow. That's how Twitter works, baby. That's why everyone's on Tumblr and Snapchat now. Because it got too complicated. All right. I'm just paranoid about levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're good. I'll just put a disclaimer at the start, and I'm gonna go right into my stuff, my first thing. And then everyone's got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. We'll just kind of round robin it. We'll figure it out. We'll play it. I am also wanting to talk about. We should talk about the movie that's coming out this weekend. Isn't there a movie coming out this weekend?
There is. Civil War.
Ken Burns' Civil War.
Yes.
I would love to see Ken Burns' Marvel Civil War. That's an SNL sketch waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I'll write it. All right, so let's go. It's 2:15.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna be silent for 5 seconds so I can actually find the edit point.
Silent but
We'll
deadly. You guys, I'm totally gonna win this game.